First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawad Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on my phone screen here, it says the Peter Schiff channel. And actually, this is the guy that's going to be speaking in part of this is the economic economist. I've listened to this guy, few years now, maybe 3-4 years now. Haven't really looked at any of his videos lately, but this one came across my YouTube channel. And, you got people complaining about the food prices, complaining about prices in period of, of everything. And people don't understand that the economy is crashing. People don't understand that a famine is coming, and not just a famine of the word, but food. People don't understand that gas and all resources and supplies and energy costs is going on a rise. That's coming, and the men of the Lord has been out there telling you, beginning with the apostles on down. Motherfuckers just don't want to listen. But I'm gonna let this play. As you see, it says at Peter Schiff channel. I just want to get the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for no monetarily or financial gain. I am using this strictly for educational and teaching purposes only. So with that, I'm going to let probably about 2.5 minutes of this play, maybe 3 minutes, and I'm going to grab a few scriptures, But you're going to sit up here and hear, hey, these people, in a moment, man, what brothers always sit up here and say, people are, 9 meals away from total chaos, total sedition, total anarchy, or however you want to call it. They're going to do anything they can to eat. So with that being said, I'm going to sit up here and let this play and grab a few scriptures.
Grocery prices are actually pissing me off right now.
It is so hard to even just buy normal, regular groceries.
Do you want to know why Americans are struggling? Probably because the price of groceries are insane.
It's so expensive!
Whether you're feeding a family of 5 or just yourself, the numbers at checkout don't lie. Groceries are becoming increasingly unaffordable for everyday Americans. For many households, the situation is getting critical. Today, we're looking at what real people are experiencing right now at the grocery store.
I need you to be honest, how much are you spending on groceries a month? Because it's just me and my partner, and we're spending about $1,000 a month. He has a specific diet. He doesn't eat high-carb foods. So there is that. That definitely doesn't help. But that's not even counting eating out. That's $250 a week just on groceries.
You have entered a new state of find. For a pastel 80s half-zip, time skips 37 years into the future to complete your look. Goodwill Greater Milwaukee and Chicago. 3,000 fresh items per store per day to take you to a new state of find.
Straight bullshit.
Grocery prices are actually pissing me off right now. We are spending $350 to $400 a week on groceries for a family of 5, and that doesn't even last a whole week. Let me know in the comments what you're spending on groceries. I know that we have teenage growing boys that eat a lot, but damn, how are people doing this? I'm working on growing a garden, but realistically, that's only going to help us a little bit. I cook dinner every night, and people say cook from scratch. Well, we have to have 2 incomes just to live these days, and no one's home all day to be cooking all these meals from scratch. And the next thing you're thinking is meal prep. First of all, who wants to eat a bunch of food that was cooked days ago? I don't. Plus, you get 2 days off a week to do everything you didn't get to do throughout the week. There's not enough time. This rat race is freaking crazy. I'm about to sell my car and anything else I can because I'm trading hours of my life to go to a place I don't want to go to, and I'm barely surviving, and it's really weighing on me. And sure, there's cheaper food options, but at the expense of your health. Today's grocery day, and I'm on one today. Let me know what you do to lessen your grocery budget. Apparently, I don't know how to grocery shop, and it's breaking me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Why are groceries so damn expensive? I just stopped on my way home from work to get something for tonight. And my God, it was like over $40. It's insane. Like, I think about my kids when they were growing up. We had 4. So to feed a family of 6, I would go to the grocery store. I might have spent $120 for the whole week, and that would feed all 6 of us. Breakfast, lunch, and supper. And now I can't even get out just for supper for over $40. It's insane to me. I was a stay-at-home mom, and my husband worked at the time, and we were good. I mean, the kids were fed, they had clothes on their backs. There's no way, I don't see how a family can make it now with just one of the parents working. I mean,
I'm just gonna leave it there. So you see everybody's complaining about food prices, gas prices, all that stuff is about to hit hard. So, with that, man, everyone's sitting up here feeling the effects of these goddamn devils, man. They system, they bullshit. But hey, you've been warned. The time's ahead, man. This place is going down. America, aka Babylon the Great, is about to crash and burn. But before it do that, the chaos, the pain, the suffering, the hell that's gonna come for the nuclear missiles and before Yahweh shot break those clouds, man, it's gonna be nasty. So with that, I'm gonna grab a few scriptures. And the first scripture I want to grab, I actually had my mind on something else, but let me grab this one first. This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are at authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." And people are mourning right now because right now the economy is crashing. You can't eat. Jobs are scarce. You're working like a slave every day. You heard what the woman said. Every brother out there thinks the same way. We get up in the morning and go to a job that we don't want to fucking go to. We tired of working for the so-called white man. Fuck this bullshit. We ready to get the fuck up out of here. And we praying to the Lord every day to get us up out of here. But hey, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, like it says in Job 9:24. Right now this damn devil is in rulership. And people are mourning. Even his own people are pissed off with his ass. These damn devils ain't shit. The so-called white man is a piece of garbage. And we can't wait till the Lord takes his ass out of his position. But right now the earth is mourning. Everybody's mourning. Because of food prices, gas prices, you work your ass off just to barely be able to afford living. You're paying all this money for your gas. You're paying all this money for light bill. You're paying all this money for housing and rent, and you ain't got nothing to show for it. You got to pay for taxes even once you sit up here and buy the house. You got to pay car stickers and place stickers even though you bought the car. This place stinks. And we can't wait for it to be gone. But people are mourning right now. With that, so we understand that, hey, right now, the earth right now is sucking. And it stinks. But the men of the Lord been out there telling you, but motherfuckers don't want to listen because they don't want to believe nothing. See, that's the problem with a lot of goddamn people. They don't believe shit. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I reprove. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." In the Bible, all the visions, you see all these prophecies popping off in the Bible. They popping off everywhere. When you look and see, there's all the stuff that's going on. When have you ever seen in your lifetime rumors of wars, pestilence, famines, people complaining about the economy, people uproars of the people, sedition among people, everyone sitting up here fighting against their government and talking against their government? You ain't never seen that in the history. But it's on a big ass rise right now. That's all you see. And every time you look at the news, every time you walk outside, all you hearing is people just complaining about everything. So much stuff is going on. Calamities, chaos. But see, here in America, aka Babylon the Great, see, a lot of things ain't happened over here yet. That's why you people ain't feeling it yet. But when it comes, it's going to come, and you've been getting warned. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And the visions you see, and all of them coming. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. See, people sit up here and believe things ain't gonna happen. So you got these fucking knuckleheads over here in this country who sit up here and walk around with their heads in the sand, sitting up here believing everything is gonna be okay and everything is all right. Sitting up here drinking their lattes and eating their McDonald's and sitting up here going to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, sitting up here watching the video games and sitting up here watching movies and sitting up here watching baseball and basketball games and thinking their life is still, they still got some semblance of everything is cool. Not understanding that You're in a trick bag. It's that peace and safety thoughts. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, and that's what's about to happen. A lot of people in that peace and safety mode, and destruction is coming. You know, it says it would tarry, though it tarry, wait for it. It would not tarry. See, ain't nothing gonna tarry, man. It's coming. You know. I mean, what I'm trying to say, all the stuff all the bad things about to come, man. Even though it's sitting up here, it's how could I say, taking this time getting here is going to come. And that's the one thing people don't understand. Same way like them fools back then during Noah time. He was sitting up there preaching for over 100 years, letting people know that the flood is coming. And everybody was looking at him like he was crazy, saying, get the fuck up out of here. Not until that flood came. And then guess what? Now everybody fucked up. Now everybody crying. Now everybody trying to find Noah. And he was right. And all this other. And that's the same thing that's happening now. We sitting up here telling you what's coming, but this ain't going to be a flood. There's going to be a lot of pain, suffering, death, sedition among men, a lot of violence, a lot of brutalness going on before the fire comes. And that's going to be that's the second death. Fire. But with that, let me sit up here and go here to Revelations. Because people don't understand the economy is about to crash and burn. And I'm going to start at 4. It says in Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. And who's this red horse? It's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's really the so-called white race of people, but we understand that this so-called white man is doing all the damage. What a fucking asshole. Take peace from the earth. That's all they've done. They started wars, fights with everybody on the goddamn planet. And still, and they just can't get enough. They fuck each other over all the time. You see it every day. But then they had the nerve to call people barbarians and animals and savages. Fuck, they the savages and barbarian, the base of all men. Bunch of bullshit. Great sword was given to them. That was the blessing that they got. You go back into Genesis chapter 27. Isaac sit up here and told Esau, hey, your blessing is going to be the dew of the earth, and you're going to get everything by the sword. And he hasn't put that sword down yet. Everything this motherfucking devil has gotten by the sword. Rape, robbing, stealing, killing, and doing everything possible he can. That's all this devil knows. But the Lord is about to take his ass out. Here, 5. And it says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard a beast say, come and see. And I beheld a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil of the wine. Not hurting the oil of the wine is this truth, this wisdom and knowledge. But when you go back up, it says those balances represents, when you look in the past and you look online, those balances represents bondage. How people had them chains, them things around their neck, that and how they had them chains hooked to their arms, man, when they were, that represents bondage, and that's what, the so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, man, especially the so-called blacks over here, man, transatlantic slavery, man, bondage, man. We had hardcore bondage over here, hardcore slavery. Let's use the other word instead of bondage. Hardcore slavery. And it was rough, tough, bad, horrifying. There are things that we probably don't even know what this damn devil has done. Just horrible. But when you go into the other part, it said a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. When you go back into the Roman times, a penny, it was a day's wage, the denarius, which was a silver coin. I think it was an ounce, 1 ounce silver coin back then. So think about it, a day's wage now, $150. And I've bought this out quite a few times over the past couple of months. I think I've used this the scripture here probably 3-4 times in the past 3-4 months, in a lot of my lessons, man, because these are the times that we in, where the economy is about to crash, and hyperinflation, superinflation, however you want, stagflation, shrinkflation, any type of inflation that you can think of is about to happen. Shrinkflation, when you look at it, shrinkflation is where the price of something goes up, but the amount of stuff that's in there goes down. So here it is. If you have a 12-ounce bag of chips that used to cost $2 last year, now you got a 10-ounce bag of chips that cost $2.50. It went up in price and went down as far as the amount that's in it. All this stuff is happening. People got their head in the sand and they ain't paying attention to nothing, head up their ass, but don't see anything. The pain is coming. No, here's the other thing. And see, there's another thing people ain't thinking about too. The Strait of Hormuz. Hey man, these Iranians ain't playing, man. Hey, these damn devils done backstabbed them too much. Ain't nobody about to sit up here and trust you sorry fuckers. This is where was I trying to go? Second entrance, that's where I was going. This second entrance 20, second entrance 6 and 20. I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to the point. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. The sown place shall be something. These farms, all this stuff, man. The food ain't gonna be there no more, man. These storehouses, where it be your Walmarts, your Jewels, your Costco's, your Kmart's, other grocery stores in these other cities and states. I don't know Kroger's and stuff like that. All these stores are gonna be empty, man. All this stuff is about to happen. People don't understand, man. The pain that's about to come is about to be really, really bad. And it's really here. It's affecting some more than others. People feeling the pinch, but they just ain't feeling the full grasp, And the full grasp is coming. What somebody said up here said, by the middle of April to the end of this month, it's going to be really, really bad. You're going to really see it. Now, whether that happens or not, we don't know. We have to wait. As you see, it's April 12th, I believe. But either way it goes, man, things are getting really, really bad out here, and people about to feel it hard. Hey, you're going to wake up and a loaf of bread costs $1.50. A gallon of milk costs $100. A gallon of gas costs $50. Shit like that, man. That's what's about to happen. And it will happen. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come and will not tarry. These things are going to happen. You can believe it or not. I really don't give a fuck. But it's going to come, whether you believe it or don't. But hey, what it says, the storehouses shall be suddenly found empty. Yeah, the food, man. It was a guy yesterday. He was sitting up here going through a grocery store. I don't know which one. I think he was in another state. And he sit up here and was showing the prices of beef and everything. And like a pound of beef, a pound of beef was like $10. 3 pounds was like $20. A steak was like $25, man. You motherfuckers just don't understand what's about to happen. The pain is coming. It's coming fast. With that, let me sit up here. I want to go to second address 16, I believe. What is it? Second address 16. Let me see here. It says this is second address 16 and 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her sons with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And there you go. These plagues are coming, man. And the Lord is comparing it to a childbirth. A woman, the pains come quicker and quicker and quicker until the child is born, And that's what he's comparing the pain that's about to come right now to childbirth. And they're coming rapidly. And there's going to be more than all plagues or anything that sit up here and causes you hardship, trouble. It don't have to necessarily be sicknesses or disease, A plague could be anything. Here it is, food, famine, as well as pestilence. The cost of living, all those are plagues, man. This flesh is a plague. But these things are coming. And a lot of people ain't prepared for it, And the funny thing about our people is they don't prepare for shit, whether it be carnally or spiritually. They think everything is a joke and a barbecue and fun. And they're about to find out the hard way too. But with that, man, everything is coming, man. And you know what? I got one more thing I want to say up here. Saying what the Lord say, for his elect. He got us. He got us. Bros, we ain't got to worry about jack shit. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord thy power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Yeah, when all hell break loose, the Lord said we're going to eat, we're going to be drinking, and we're going to be happy, while everybody else going to be fucked up. And I can't wait, man, because I'm tired of this place, man. And like that woman said, I think the last one that spoke, no, not the last one. The first one that spoke before the first two, well, whatever. She had the black hair. Either way it goes, she was like, she was just tired of working. Tired of going to a job. We all tired of this bullshit, man. We ready to get the hell up out of here. And we can't wait. The Lord said we're going to be smiling while everything is fucked up around us. And you know what? I can't wait, man. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Ball and Anya Habatamalaki. Shalom.